Hello, beautiful women. This is Emmie of Eloquently Emmie, and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, today I'm doing something a little different. I'm in my butterfly garden again, my lovely garden, in nature, hearing the lovely sounds of the birds, and I can see the hummingbirds flying by and the butterflies, and I just love it out here. And what I wanted to do is do something very different than I've showed you before. And I'm really going for some, like a natural look with mattes and soft colors, which is very different for me. I'm Miss Shimmer, and compared to the last tutorial I did on red lips and purple eyeshadow, this is, we're just doing a total turnaround. And that's what I want to do. I want to show you some different looks and yeah, help you to achieve some different looks and experiment and try out some different colors. Yeah, so totally went matte with and I'll have them up in the tutorial, but I used the London and the Mama and the Sabrina and just a tiny bit of shimmer with On Wednesdays. And I also tried a new lip and cheek color on my cheeks, and I absolutely love it. It's the Hollywood, and I'm so pleased with it. I'm definitely going to be recommending it to my clients. And yeah, I was really happy to do this look and to share it with you. And you know how much I love the Saint makeup, and it's just such a pleasure to work with, and I can't say enough good things about it. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, beautiful women, so let's get started with this tutorial. Let's see, it's about 83 degrees and it's about 67% humidity. I'm a little dewy, but that's okay. The other day when I did my other butterfly garden tutorial, it was like 90 something percent humidity, and when the wind blew you could actually see the moisture in the air. So this is a much better day. But I thought I'd definitely take you on a little different journey with a different look. We're going to do something that we haven't done before. We're going to use a lot of mattes with maybe just a little bit of shimmer. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. And yes, it's going to be a full face tutorial and eyes. So let me tell you what I have done. I have done my skincare, and I know it's 7 o'clock, but I put on my glow screen. It's like putting on a seatbelt. I always put sunscreen on, and yeah, that's just me. But so if I have a little glow going on, that's what it is. I think my tan is mostly faded at this point, so you get a real good idea of what my skin is looking like now. And then I used my SEINT'S Stay Spray, and I basically ran it under water until it doubled in size. I squeezed it out with my favorite towels, and I applied like this. I applied the spray and dabbed it and let everything kind of dry in, and then I squeezed it again so it's ready to go. That's the way I like doing it. It really works for me, and it keeps the makeup in place with my full-time photography job, and always having my face against the camera repeatedly. And yeah, the makeup totally stays in place, and I'll show you pictures of before and after a shoot, and you can really see how good it is. Okay, so yeah, so let's get started. We are going to start with the eyes. And yeah, let me tell you that what I've done too. I've used my MAC Vintage Selection primer on my eye, so you don't need to watch me apply primer because right here, it's right here, and this stuff is lovely. It works great. I love the creaminess of it. I really just dab it on. And then I also use my holy grail of mascara, which is the L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara, and I absolutely adore this mascara. This is the waterproof version, and that's what I use, as opposed to the black bottle, which is not waterproof, but that stays very well. And on days where I'm just doing retouch and on the computer and I'm not shooting, I'll wear that one. So I have a bottle of each. And then the last thing I did was I took my Saint line brush and I dipped it into the kohl, and I just followed the line of my eyebrow, you know, just the shape, and I flipped it over and just spoolied it out. So it's just that easy. But I just didn't want to take up time showing you how to do things that I know you all know how to do so well. Kohl is a great color for me. I also recommend Trust and Oak if you want to go a bit lighter, but I'm very dark and contrasty even though I'm fair. So I'm an interesting combination. And yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I'm wearing my lovely CeCe Blouse. I love this. It's a beautiful white eyelet. I'm sure I'll feature it in one of my fashion moments coming up. And I have the Saint 2 perfumed illuminator. I don't know if you can get a good look at that. And then this is what it looks like. It's in the rose gold. So take a look there. And again, this is a perfect opportunity to wear some. And I'm just going to put it on my collarbone right here. Okay, just for a little shine. And it smells lovely. It's top notes of citrus and a bit of tuberose in there. And it won't take over your signature scent. It's just very light and beautiful. And I don't know if you can see my collarbones. It's still very bright out here, even though it's 7 o'clock. And so the camera is very hard to see, but I love this stuff. It's just really nice. I actually can take a little look with my mirror. You know, the other time I did my tutorial, I had forgot my makeup mirror, and then I was like, well, I'll just use this Saint palette, and I love it because you guys can see me better. and yeah, it's great. So yeah, looks like we need a little work today. So all right, so let's get going. I am going to start off by taking my Saint eye makeup brush, and let's see, I've got 2 different palettes going here, my triple and the one that I'm looking in, and I've got product that I'm going to use in both of them. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the vanilla dust, and I'm just going to put it on just so that over the primer, so I get a better blend. And you see how easily that goes on, nothing precision. Then I want to create a white kind of bright canvas. I usually do Cupcake and Unicorn, but this time I'm just going to do some Cupcake. And so yeah, I'm just going to apply it over my whole eye area as well. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see that this eye is just a bit brighter than that eye. And I like that. So I like that base that I've created here. So yeah, just over the whole eyelid. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go for mostly mattes, maybe just a little shimmer. And that's something I haven't done before. And I'm gonna go for a very sedate look, I know, which is like after having a tutorial of red lipstick and purple eyeshadow, we're gonna, you know, go in the other direction now, and I'll just show you how you can do that. So now I'm going to take the other side of the brush, and I'm going to dip into the Lullaby, and yes, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to contour my eyes because I want to create depth. Okay, I feel like I have a little hair here, which could drive you a bit crazy. Yeah, All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the natural crease of my eye, just like this, and then I'm going to cut down diagonally. Okay, so natural crease, diagonal cut. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing on my other eye. I'm going to go in the natural crease, and then I'm going to cut down diagonally. Okay, so that's what that looks like so far. So then, this is where the magic happens. I'm going to, because I have hooded eyes, I am going to, which means that when I look straight ahead at you, you can't see my eyelids very well. It's very normal for somebody my age, 55, and some people have them, they're born with them. So this just helps create depth. And so I'm going to look straight ahead when I apply this, and I'm going to create what I call an illusion crease. Just like that. Not going out too far either. All right, so can you see the difference now between this eye and this eye, this with the illusion crease? I'm really achieving a lot of depth here, and I like it. So let me finish off this eye, and just making sure that you can see. So I'm creating that illusion crease and looking straight ahead, and there you go. You can really see that I've really achieved the depth that I want. It really changes the whole look of your eyes. And so there we are with that. So I'm going to use this brush. I'm still going to use the eyeshadow brush because my smudge brush right now, yeah, it's just, I want to go for lighter colors, so and more mattes. So, all right, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the London, okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful color. All right, and I'm going to put it on the outside corners of my eyes, right up past my crease, on my lid and past my crease. Now I have a very light hand, and therefore these colors are not going to interfere with my crease work, you know, my contouring of my eyes. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay, so there is the London. And then I am going to dip into another beautiful matte color, which I love, which is called Mama. Okay, and I'm going to put that right next to the London. Okay, you still see me? Yep, just checking. Okay, it's a gorgeous color. It's like the softest of softest. It's like a breath of pink. Ooh, the little hummingbirds just flew past me. How beautiful. I love being out here in nature with you. This is a really, yeah, and this, of course, this is going to be a really like nice day look, very sedate, very natural. So this is what the London and the Mama look like. Okay, so I'm really loving that. Yeah. Now, I know Sabrina has a little bit of shimmer to it, but I wouldn't give up Sabrina for all the, all the whatever. I don't know what the expression is, but it just brings light into your eyes, and it's just gorgeous. So I'm just working my way in here, and I'm blowing off a little bit, and I'm going to pull in the Sabrina on the lid like this. Okay, and a light dip here. And then pull in the Sabrina right here on the other lid. Make sure not too heavy and everything's blended. Okay, and I'm also going to do a little dab on the tear ducts right here and here. Yep. And then I'm going to ever so lightly, like a butterfly. Wouldn't be good if a butterfly flew by now in my garden, but no such luck. I want to make my brows appear even more contrasty and emphasize it, so I'm lightly just going under the brow line. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other brow. okay? But I went so light because what I want to do is I want to dip in a little heavier now, and I want to go right at the arch of my eyebrow and apply the most product so I get that shimmer and that eye lift. That's what I'm trying to achieve, that lift. And of course, I've got a little piece of fringe right there where I'm trying to do it. Okay. Yeah. So take a look at that. That's really pretty. And I'm really liking it. I think I'm just going to do a little spot of just, everything's matte now, but I'm going to do one little spot of shimmer just to bring a little light in my eyes. And it's a really pretty pink color, and it's called On Wednesdays. And I think that will be just enough to bring that little glitter into my eyes and just everything else matte. But you could really leave it like this. Very sedate and beautiful. But I'm going to put that right here. Yeah, I like that. I think this was a good choice. And this is the smudge brush, by the way. Okay, so can you see that? I like that a lot. So that was my only little shimmer going on. So now I'm going to take this multitasker brush again, and I'm going to dip into the London. I want to see if it's dark enough to give me a little color join under my eyes. If not, I will grab a little Lullaby with it, and maybe I will, but let's just start off with the London. Some people put the color under their eyes and some don't. It's just a personal preference. Some people swear it makes them look younger, and then some people just, they're just so not into it. But whatever works best for you, and that's what I'm all about. So you have to experiment and try things, and you will find what works best for you. All right, so I'm gonna actually just take a little bit of Lullaby here and join it, because I just think I need a little more color down here. Okay. All right, so we're going really well. Since I've already got my mascara on and I've already done my brows, I want to do just a little bit of lining, and I like it because it really emphasizes my eyes and just brings them out. And I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs waterproof eyeliner in Grapevine, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it really lightly right into my lash line. Okay. And I love this formula. It is so creamy. And so, like I said, if you have a little topographical map action going on, or crepiness with your eyes, this totally goes on so creamy, but then it stays on all day. But since I'm going for a more muted look, what I'm going to do is grab that multitasker brush as fast as I can find it, and I'm going to blend it. And when you blend this, you want to really kind of get it right away, because once it's there, it's there. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and I like that because I was going for a more muted, soft look. That being said, I am still going to line my eyes with my, I was out the other day, so for some reason I thought this had two L's in it. So this is here's the pronunciation story. So I was calling it Stilla to begin with. Then I thought, no, it's Styla. And then I was told by somebody, like a makeup professional, that they pronounce it Stila. So however you pronounce it, Stila Company, I love your waterproof jet black eyeliner. It stays in all day, and I really want to pronounce the name correctly. So we're going to go for Stila now. But whatever the case, this stuff works great. I want to show you how to apply it. I always tell you this, if you try to apply it like a pencil, you'll be all day trying to fix it up with your Q-tip, and it's gonna take so long. So you have to apply it horizontally. So you just dab, 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 flip, dab, 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 and I'm going to do it for you. And it's a little harder when you have mascara on. So I just, did the mascara to save time, but it's just a little harder to get under the eyelashes. So just bear with me. All right, so here we go. And I've got a hair right there, of course. All right, and dab, 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 and then flip. Okay, and that's the one eye. So can you see the difference? It really does make my eye pop, and I really like it. And so I'm going to do the other eye now. So, yep. And there we're done, as quick as that. So yeah, I'm really liking this. I like it because, as I've said before, I have a limbal ring around the eye, so that's a darker ring around my iris. And as a photographer, I look for pattern repeats, and I really do think it makes my eyes stand out. And because it's such a thin and precise line, I love the way it looks. Let me take a little look here, and yeah, I'm really liking that. So here's the completed eye look. Okay, and I love that. Whew, it's just a little warm here. So it's time to get into the face. Let me see, a little blemish on my cheek. Lovely, right? What are you gonna do? What you're gonna do is you're gonna dip into your corrector, and which is Mango. And it's actually getting better. I've got just a little tiny bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna dab it on right here. Now I'm gonna dab it on like purposely just heavy right there. And I really don't have much else going on, but I think I will take what's on my finger and work it in a little bit under my eyes, just a little bit. Probably do with a little more sleep. Can't we all, right? And I find, that working it in with the warmth of my finger is works really well. Okay, and yeah, I was wearing some glasses today earlier, so I'm gonna kind of work here with my my little lines from my glasses, my little dots. All right, and then I am going to grab my blend brush, because a lot of times what I just did with my finger, I'll use this end of the blend brush, but I'm just going to use it to get in there even further and make sure I have a nice blend of this so I can get right up to my eye. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much all the action I have going on. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm going to dip into a little bit of Mango and Sandy, but more Sandy, just because most of my tan has faded away. And I'm gonna just apply a very light base coat. You don't have to do this, but I like doing it. I like the amount of coverage that it gives me, and yeah, I really do. Right, so I'm gonna get underneath my fringe. I don't really need this I can just do this. Almost do this part with my eyes closed. I mean, you can really feel, and the motion is all light and airy and dabbing, okay? And I'm really getting every place, and I haven't really dipped in much. And I'm gonna take a look at that in a second and see if I like the result. And I'm just gonna go a little more here, okay? You have to get that coverage over that little redness and blemish that I had. But already, can you see how kind of like silky my skin is starting to look and everything? I just love this makeup. I will tell you, sometimes I'll say the same things, but I don't know if this is the first time you've watched me or not. But this makeup is so good for mature skin. It has great longevity. It's so easy to apply, and it is an occlusive agent. And what that means is the molecules are larger, and therefore they don't sit in your pores and your fine lines. They sit on top. They become almost part of your skin, and they keep your skin more hydrated. And my skin feels so beautiful when I wear this makeup. I just love it, and I love how it works on my 55-year-old mature skin, and I can't say enough good things about it. Yeah, I'm just so happy with it. I used to wear a liquid foundation with SD alcohol, and what would happen is it, a certain, as I became more wrinkled, a loss of collagen, it would make my lines, it would make my lines look worse. And I started using like BB creams and tinted moisturizers, but I could never get a full makeup look. But now I can achieve that with this Saint makeup, and I just love it. Okay, so we've done our correction with our mango, light dusting with a mix of mango, and then kind of going over with the sandy, which is my main highlight. And now I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to dip into the candlelight because I want to use this highlight to brighten. And I'm going to do a little triangle sort of under my eyes. I always equate this to a Rembrandt triangle. If you know anything about fine art and pictures or photography, you will know what a Rembrandt triangle is. And so I'm also bringing it on my nose because this is going to bring the light into my face. And, my forehead here, and a little bit on my chin. Okay. And I'm really, really liking that. Can you see the difference? It's not blended yet, but I think it looks lovely. Speaking of blending, let's do some blending with our perfector now so that everything becomes part of our skin, and a dabbing motion. You always dab with this, okay? Because we did that nice correction work and I want that to remain. So I'm just going around dabbing. And of course, if you have any lines around your lips, you just make this little funny face like that. And that makes it sit so nicely. And forget to get the sides of your face. And yeah, and I'm loving that. So take a look at my skin now. Look at the glow, and it just looks so like soft and perfected, and I have color and I'm corrected, and I'm feeling good. I'm going to take, of course, the detail contour brush here, and I am going to use the ash. This is a lighter look. So there's two ways you can do your nose. You can kind of paint down like this, and then another way I've just learned. So let me just show you a little of this little painting action here. Just like this. Okay, see that? But another thing I've learned, and often do this when I'm in a hurry, is I will dip both pinkies in, and I'm pretty coordinated. Of course, I say that now, and there's no mirror to look into. But the idea is, I'm going to do it singularly. But the idea is I just take it like this, but I can't see into this camera from that far, so I'm just going to do one at a time. And I do it in the center of my nose first, okay, because that's where, that's where it is, and that's where the product is. And then I go up into my eyebrow where there's less product because I don't want a strong line up here. So let me bring that down more. Can you see? I'm right on the bridge of my nose. You want to feel that bone. And I'm going to do it also on this right here, this side. So can you see where I'm doing it? Okay, then lightly go up and meet my eyebrow. Okay, and I almost just dipped into eyeshadow. All right. Okay, mosquito. I should have put a little something on my ankles. It was having a little feast there. Okay, so yeah, let's continue with this. So I'm liking how my nose is looking right now, and can you see the definition? And I'm going to do a little bit underneath my lip to create a shadow, which will make my lips look fuller. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to dip in to the ash, okay? And I'm going to find my cheekbone right here, and I'm going to come into about the outside edge of my iris. Now I actually bring it a little lower because of my specific face shape, but this is pretty much where you can start off and then kind of examine your face shape and see whether you want to take it down. Some people curve up to create more of a cheek, but I got all this cheek action going on, so I don't want to do that. I am actually trying to create a little more, a little more definition the other way. So therefore, but this would be about how you apply it. That's the mirror reflection you're seeing there. And again, it's not blended yet. And then I like to bring it right in here into the hollows, and that's just my personal preference. And you see right there, I just went in too far, and this is a great example. There's no mistakes with cream makeup. See, now it's corrected. All right, so right here, and then it's always a dabbing motion. Don't swipe, okay? So keep that dabbing motion. And the last thing I do is I kind of dab and press, dab and press, dab and press. This action, it's almost like a mini facelift. I'm totally not kidding. So again, dab and press. Oh my goodness, I'm being, all right. I was bitten again. Once bitten, twice shy. How's that go? Anyway, same thing again here. Dab and press, dab and press. Maybe this mosquito or the fly, whatever it is, it likes my perfume. I'll have to rethink that. Okay, so we're looking good for the contour. So I have fringe, but if I didn't have fringe, you would definitely want to take the contour in a semicircle and work it into the hairline. And I will say that's the only time I move it back in this motion rather than a dabbing. I may dab it on, but then I'll pull it back in this motion. And yeah, what you want to do is, if your forehead is higher and you want to create the illusion of bringing it down a little bit, you'll bring the contour further down. Just a normal light circle, just to carve and create the depth in your face, and that's what this contour is doing, and I really, really love it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly, because I think I had a very light hand, very steady, and I'm just going to blend it in. And and I forgot one place, my chin. So let me dip back in to the ash, and I'm going to do my chin. My chin has a pretty good drop off, and it's pretty formed and carved, and I like my chin, so Sometimes there's things you don't like, and sometimes there's things that you do, so I just kind of play it up. But what you see I did here, now it looks really heavy, but I'm going to blend it. I followed the line of my chin. I don't have to work down because it drops off so much. I'm like 5'1" on a good day. Nobody's going to see down there. They'd have to be looking up underneath me. And then I take and I just do a little here and here because I've got the lightness here, and it actually carves out my chin more. But right now it looks like a big line, so I'm going to blend it. Okay. So this appeals to me so much because I am a photographer, and it's like dodging and burning. Okay, so this was the dodging. This was the burning, the contour, and then the dodging would be dipping into the candlelight and putting a little bit of that on and pulling forward. And you can see that. And so now I'm going to do a little bit of highlight, dodging again. I'm going to take linen really lightly. Boy, this linen's creamy. It could be because I'm outside and everything. And I'm going to go right in between those two contour lines, very carefully. Okay, and I did a good job there. I'm going to just blend that. And what I like to do at this point is I like to also stick my pinky into a little bit of pearl illuminator. to even pull it more forward. And then if I think I want to, you know, just be extra vigilant, I'll go back with my pinky and make sure I haven't, you know, taken away any of that carving, and then I will blend. Now take a look at my nose. That is so amazing to me. I just, even my whole face, it's just changed, you know, it's not changed, it's enhanced. It's enhanced what I already have, and I love that. Contour is like magic. Now, I've always been using Plum and Summer Love lately, and I love that combination. I want to try something a little different. We're gonna see how it goes. I just purchased the Hollywood. I was very interested in it, and now somebody said it was like almost like a dupe for NARS Orgasm, which is very pretty shade. And of course, when I got in the tin, I looked at it and I said, and I kind of, you know, I see like a little bit of gold and pink and everything, but I was like, thinking about it, it's like, it wasn't what I expected. But again, dahlia, black cherry, all those things in the tin, mango being orange, what's in the tin does not necessarily translate into what is going to go on your skin. So with that being said, I am gonna try this Hollywood out, okay? We're gonna do it together. And the blush does go on like heavier, and then you just blend it. So if you look, you know, if I look a little clownish in the beginning, well, that's quite normal. Let me make sure. This is a new one. When you get a new one, you there's like a little like protective film on it. So what I want to do is I'm just gonna, yeah, hopefully I won't. Let me see if I can tap off on the bottom of this a little bit. I don't wanna yeah, all right, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go really light. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Yeah. So what I was explaining, when you get the makeup, there's a little protective film on the top, and you have to kind of get past that. So I'm applying this lip and cheek, the Hollywood. I'm applying it right above my contour line. I am like meeting my contour line, so there is no line of demarcation. And wow, I like this color. It's so pretty. I know, so it looks heavy now because I haven't blended it, but it's warm. It's really warm. It's gorgeous. I'm really going to start recommending this to some of my clients, especially for this time of year. It's really pretty. Wow. I'm really liking that. I love blush. I love lip and cheek. This is a lighter look for me. We're really going, you know, lighter, but I wanted to show you something different. I want to show you different looks, you know, so you can try different things and just, you know, achieve different looks and practice and see what looks best on you. Okay, so that being said, I am going to, goodness, I feel like because there is gold in here, I'm going to do just the teeniest bit of rose gold highlight on top. See how I like that? Usually I'm an angel highlight. I keep calling it highlight. It's illuminator. Rose gold illuminator. And I am actually just putting it right at the top of the blush line before my wrinkles. And that's where I put it. Some people will put it on their Cupid's bow, but I don't, you know, want to draw attention to my lips, so I do not use it there. You know, I'm liking that because there is a little gold in the lip and cheek. So I'm gonna go with this. Let me just be a little Emmie and a little experimental and just throw just a tiny bit of the angel highlight as well on the top, just because I just want to see how it's gonna look. Oh, and that just lifts it up just a little bit more. I love the glow and the luminosity that this makeup gives me. It is just amazing. Yeah, all right, so I love that. Can you see I don't want to, it's getting a little shadowy, so I can't lean forward too much. Here we go. You know, light splotches. Light splotches are not the friend of photographers. So I'm kind of conscious of that thing. Okay, so I'm liking that. Let me just give it, a quick blend. And sometimes I'll do a check at the end and just, and when I say blend, I am like, again, like a butterfly, butterfly sitting on a flower, that light. But I'm really liking this look. So, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just line my lips, and I overline my lips. I will speed this section up. It's just because of loss of collagen, and when you overline them, it's nice to have, this is a discontinued, I'm on the hunt for this color in an automatic pencil. When I find it, I will let you know. But this is a discontinued color from NARS. This is a great pencil, and literally you put it on and you can't rub it off. So when you overline your lips, that is what you need. You need a pencil that stays that well, because you don't want anything bleeding out, and you don't want your lips coming off. So that is basic as it goes. So I'll just do this and we will continue on. Okay, and that is what the overline lips look like. I need a little color in my lips, so I am definitely going to dip into my favorites, even though this is a more muted look. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dip into the Dahlia and the Black Cherry, and then I might just put a little Summer Love over the top. All right, I think that's better. If you're wondering what just happened, I had to move myself back because it's the very final light of the golden hour. All right, things you deal with, with light and being out here in this beautiful butterfly garden. The Dahlia is a matte, and it's too matte for me alone. But the Black Cherry gives it that gloss. And let me just flip over I need the color, but I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit of the Summer Love with it. And bear with me, I got this triple decker right here, and I'm sort of going to all the different areas. But it gives me a lot of options. I like my options. Okay. All right, so what I just did is I mixed the Dahlia and the Black Cherry, but then I dipped into the Black Cherry again and a little Summer Love, and boy, does that give me a nice, glossy, dewy lip, and I'm loving that. I'm just going to blot a little bit here because it is hot. And let me just sort of wipe my fingers off here. All right, and then the last thing I'm going to do for my lip is open up my triple decker again, and I'm going to show you how to make your lip look larger by dipping into the angel. Again, I think I'm just mix the angel and the rose gold because I'm mismixed. I just love mixing and experimenting, and when you have both of them, why not, just give it a whirl. And there we go. So I've got plenty on there now. And all I do is I go, if I get close, I get the splotch. So I'll just have the mirror here like this, and I'm going to put it right here on the center of my lip. And look how much that's pulled my lip forward. It looks larger. Okay, so it's really pretty. I love that. Okay, ladies, we're really getting down to the final strokes here, and I am going to take my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm going to use the larger side to powder my face with my vanilla dust so that I can set my makeup, and it will be a kind of a relief I like dewy, but it is warm out here. So I usually start with my forehead. so that I'm not, you know, too heavy with the powder. And this is a finely milled powder. It doesn't sit in the fine lines and creases you may have or may not have. And it does a good job covering your pores. So let me just take a look and see what I've got here. Wow, I'm loving that. So I tend to get a little bit of oil between you know, my nose. So I just squeeze the brush like this, and there you go. And even with I have a light hand with the powder, so you can see that I still have that beautiful glow. Okay, I haven't lost my illuminator and everything, and I'm really loving this look. So yeah, let's take the hair out. Let's like this part and give it a little fluff. And if I do, it's okay, I'll fix it. But hey, that's the final look, and I love it. This was so different for me. I went with all different colors than I usually do, and I did something more sedate and more natural, and I hope you like it. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you like it. I really enjoyed doing this tutorial for you. I enjoyed you know, showing you something different today, using the mattes and the more sedate natural colors. Here I am in white, and most of my tan is faded, and I just wanted to show you this beautiful look. I love the Hollywood lip and cheek and the rose gold and angel illuminator mix, and I love the soft eyes. Let me just give you another look at that again. So pretty with the London and the Mama and the Sabrina and the On Wednesdays. I just think it's a gorgeous look. So happy to share it with you. So yeah, if you like content like this, please don't forget to click like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I know a lot of you watch these on TV, but you know, I'm new starting out here, and I know you can't click on your TV, but if you would be so kind to go back into your electronic device of choice, whether, you know, it be your phone or your tablet or your laptop, and click like and subscribe, and yeah, and click those notifications if you want to stay on top of my latest and greatest new tips and application tips and things like that. Okay, I would really appreciate your support. And I also want to be your artist. Okay, so all you need to do is you need to click the link below, and it says want a color match. And so that's, you know, just click that link, and it will take you into a form that you fill out, which is basic questions like, you know, how you like to wear your makeup, what level of coverage you like, you know, what colors you prefer, just things like that, so I can get to know whether, you know, your skin, is it oily, is it dry, and that just helps me out. And in there, it gives you instructions about how to take your selfie, your naked face selfie, and I'll throw up a picture of me taking mine, and it's just your face to your neck. That's all I need to see, and it's, you know, no makeup and just a soft natural light window where there's no hard reflections or hard light on your face, and that gives me the best idea of how to color match you correctly so that I can match the colors just perfectly for your own beautiful and unique skin tone. Okay, so yep, fill out that form, send your picture in, your selfie, to eloquentlyemmie@gmail.com, and I will send you back a beautiful form with your name on it, all your colors, pictures of the products, a face map, and written instructions on how to use it, and then I also add my own special instructions at the bottom. Okay, so wow, it couldn't be more simple than that. And again, it was such a pleasure to do this tutorial. I hope you love this lovely garden setting. And yeah, just it was a pleasure. And yep, the light's coming in at the end. So yeah, this is the last light of the day. It's so gorgeous here. So I will just say to yeah, always wear your sunscreen, and remember to always live your life passionately.